22nd of October, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
We see this person chasing after them. That is a raglayim davar. There's a basis. There's a strong basis in logic to say that is the one that owns the bees. Because what are we trying to figure out over here in this Mishnah over here? What exactly is this statement in the Mishnah all about? We gotta look at the what it says in the Mishnah again.
Is it to establish who owns the bees, or?
Well, let's see what it says.
Where is the Mishnah? Oh, this is what the Mishnah means, is it? The Gemara answers. Chechi Ba'amah, is that it? Yes.
I'm looking back at the words of the Mishnah. The Mishnah is on Amid Aleph. Mishnah
114 Aleph. Right at the Mishnah is at the top of the line.
So if someone retrieves item from an overflowing river, or from the army troops, or from the bandits, if we heard the owners saying kiss, so then it'll belong to the finder. And so too of a swarm of bees. If we heard that the owner said kiss, so then it will belong to the finder. And on that, so we're talking about testimony which clarifies who's the. One second. Amar Yochanan ben Broga nemeres isha okata loymar mikan yetze nechil zeh. So Yochanan ben Broga in the Mishnah said that these people can testify, and they can say, yes, we saw the swarm go out from over there. Oh. Okay, it's a bit.
I won't even ask.
Oh, Louis, you have the place where we're actually on 114b by the two dots. The last few lines of the narrow lines before they get wide. So we're talking about the statement in the Mishnah of Rabbi Yochanan ben Broga that Isha V'Katan, they're going to be, their testimony is going to be accepted. Their testimony is going to be accepted. What I'm not sure is, how does it prove anything about when they say, yeah, we saw the bees come out from over here. So what does that prove? That they saw the bees come out from that place, which we know to be the property of Ploni, and so therefore that's going to be a proof that these are the bees of Ploni. And like that, we're going to say, oh, Ploni owns these bees. So whoever found them has got to give them back to Plony because he's the owner.
Why did the woman say, oh, the swarm emerged from here? She must have been talking to somebody about it.
Ah,
So she
Oh,
was,
you mean as opposed to testifying in the Besdin?
yeah, she's not asked to come the best in. We haven't said that. We just said that she just said that they came from here, which would be in response to maybe a question that the owner of the bees said, where they come from, or did you see them anywhere, or oh, there's a lot of bees over around, and she might have said, yes, they come from here. We're not saying,
So how does this information come into the Besdin then?
where's the best in?
Where's the Besdin?
Where is it? Where that this was taking place in a best in? I missed that.
Who says that this is talking about in a Besdin?
Hmm. Where's the mention that this, what she said?
Well, if we're trying to determine who owns these bees, who's going to be determining that? Who's going to determine who owns these bees and who's got to give the bees back? Wouldn't that be the Besdin?
Not necessarily. It could be a group of people on the street talking about it.
They're going to decide.
Beg your pardon?
The people on the street are going to decide who owns the bees.
Yes, they could give it. They could tell each other what they saw, and that might settle where the bees come from. They wouldn't be lying. Why would they lie? But they'd be just casually talking, and then this topic would come up, and the owner of the bees would find out where his bees were. Nothing about a best. Yeah.
Well, ultimately, the Besdin is going to be deciding who owns the bees. That's clear.
All right then.
People on the street are not going to decide who owns the bees. That's not up for discussion.
Yes, but not necessarily here. Okay.
I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
No, not so.
I'll let you get away with
What we don't know is what we're not really sure about is how does this whole din of Messiah B'Tumo work? If we're going to accept that somebody said something innocently without having intention to testify about anything, we really need to know what that din is all about, because when anybody else says something outside of Bezdin, we don't accept it because it doesn't have any authority. If they're going to say it in Bezdin in front of the Dayanim, and they've been and they could get into trouble if they say something that's not correct. So then we believe them as witnesses. If somebody just says something in the street, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't establish anything. If they want to come and testify in Bezdin, so then that's what they got to do. In order their words should be accepted. In order to determine the ownership of an item, determine a monetary matter. Bezdin determines monetary matters, not the people in the street. What the Mishnah is talking about here is a monetary matter. It's regarding the matter of these bees.
Mm-hmm.
Who do these bees belong to? That's a monetary matter that's decided by a Bezdin. It's not decided by people in the street.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The question, though, is that we don't understand how does this whole din of Messiah Tuma work? The person is innocently saying something, it doesn't mean to testify. So that means that he's not in the best din. How do we know about the fact that somebody innocently said that at all? Is somebody coming into the best din and saying, I heard so and so say the following thing about the bees? Yeah.
Okay, so
But he's testifying. So
this woman's,
the whole explanation.
she said it as a witness, and this is what we're questioning. Can she do so?
Yeah, but it would seem to me that the minute she comes into Besdin, she's intending to testify as a witness, just like any other witness. Why do we? I don't really understand how this whole din of B'Seif Tumo really works. That's really what I'm saying.
Well, who was it who said, can a woman or a young boy be a witness? Who said that? Or minor? Are a woman and a minor eligible as witnesses? Who said that? Bracha?
That's the
Bracha?
The Gemora is asking the question. The Gemora is asking the question.
All right, the Gemora is asking it.
Because the implication is that Rabbi Yochanan and Ben Brook is saying that they're believed, presumably, like witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
So the Gemara says, what? How is that? How can that be? They're not you generally don't accept witnesses. They're women or minors. Why are we accepting it over what's going on? So that itself sounds like we're talking about the testimony in a Besdin.
All right, true.
The Gemara is asking how is it that we accept them as witnesses?
Mm-hmm.
We don't generally accept them as witnesses. So the Gemara is answering, Amar Yehuda, Amar Shmuel, Havmaiskin. What are we talking about over here? Kedon Shahayu Bailim Barat V'Machreya. The owner is running after them. What do we mean the owner is running after them? Somebody's running after them. And it stands to reason that he's the one that owns them. He's the one that takes care of them. He's the one that they were in his backyard. And then now they're running away. And so he's running after them because he's the one that's been keeping them and tending to them. He's the owner.
Are you talking about them as the bees or the woman and minor?
We're talking about the owner running after the bees.
Mm-hmm. He's tending the bees. Okay.
So that's the first thing that happened, and Rashi is pointing out Kodem Dibor HaKatan, before the Katan or also the Isha is going to say what they say, this was the first thing that happened.
Why can't we say that it says here where the owner was chasing after the bees? So you inferred that the owner was the owner of the field, not the owner of the bees? If he was the owner of the bees, he may not necessarily be coming from the field. He might be down in the street chasing after or something, you know.
Okay. So, well, the Gemara calls him the owner. So what is it that he owns?
If it says where the owner was chasing after the bees. What's the case we're dealing with here? Kegan Shehayu.
Oh, okay. Okay, the point is like this. I see a note here from one of the commentators, the Yam Shel Shlomo. What are we supposed to understand from this that this person is running after the bees?
He's looking
The
for
Yam
them.
Shel Shlomo says what we're supposed to what?
He's looking for them.
Right, and what is that? What's that? How is that relevant over here that he's looking for his bees? What is that? What is that supposed to prove?
Doesn't prove anything. It means that he's lost his bees. Now he's looking for them. He's running after them.
No, it proves. I'll tell you what it proves. It proves very eloquently and forcefully that he has not given up on the bees.
Oh, right.
He has not said, "Hey, I lost my bees. What can I do? Forget it." It eloquently proves and forcefully proves that he has not given up. That's what the Yam Shlomo says.
Okay, so
It doesn't. It doesn't.
So
The issue, in other words, the issue over here is not that he's the owner or not the owner of the bees. That's not the issue. The issue is, according to Yam Shlomo, has he given up on the bees because they flew away from him? That was the issue.
just a minute. If it's not
And
the
if we see that he's running after them, we see clearly that he has not yet given up on them. That's the point.
okay, so if he's not the owner of the bees, if that's not important, then I mean, it could be anybody. But we have to also prove that he's the owner, don't we? Just because someone's chasing after the bees, so he has to be the owner of the bees. And that proves that he hasn't given up.
No, so you're asking, how do we know that he's the owner of the bees?
Well, told us, so that's enough, isn't it? What are we dealing with here? With the owner, the Bava.
It would be known. And so then we wouldn't need him to run after. What does Rashi say? Rashi says, "Raglaim l'dover de shalohem."
Where's that?
Okay, Rashi's a little bit Rashi seems to be a little bit problematic according to what the Yam Shlomo is. Not problematic. He doesn't seem to be saying the same thing as the Yam Shlomo. Rashi seems to be saying that the point is that we now see that they belong to him.
Just a minute, sorry. Who's him? The man who was running after them?
The one that's running after them, yeah. Once Rashi Shehem Diborim Tamim okay. As custom. As custom show Sashi. She'el Vada Shalem. Rak al Pi Isha Cotton. Shesh Suffolk. Shein Hill Laxir. Yeah, the question is that the bees are in somebody else's possession now, and the Bezdin is deciding, is he required to return them back to this person that was running after them?
Mhm. Is is that any
The fact that he's running after them was
is that any different to finding someone's cow in your field? Do I have to give the cow back?
a cow is different, yeah.
No.
A cow, a person can have a Kenyan deraisa in.
Sorry, it can have a what? What did you say?
A cow, the owner of a cow has a Torah mandated ownership in the animal, just like he has a Torah mandated ownership in everything that he owns. And there's a gezel deraisa if somebody gozels it from him.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a chiyuv minatora to give it back to him that owns that animal. Here, we're talking about a swarm of bees. We said before in the Gemora, the swarm of bees is it's not that type of a the owner of them, the one that keeps them.
Mm.
He doesn't necessarily have that type of ownership in them. We said that it's a din d'rabbanan.
Oh,
So that
right.
people shouldn't come to fight over such things. That we gave a Kenyan to the one that owns them, but the midaraisa, they're not ownable.
Mm. Oh.
This is what we said a few lines above. Okay.
Even a swarm of bees whose acquisition is valid only by rabbinic enactment. In which case I might have thought to say that since this person who lost the swarm owns it merely under rabbinic law, even if his intent is not known, we may assume he has despaired. So whoever finds them acquires them. But it is not known that he despaired, the finder does not acquire them.
Anytime gets a dark sham, the hard the hefker, you show about him show gezel the dark sham. Yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
Okay.
Excuse me, there's someone at the front door and I'm the only one home. Don't know whether to answer it or not. I'll be back in a minute. I probably won't. Probably nobody there. Excuse me.
Oh, just the language of what he said. He didn't say Nethil Shel Ploni. Okay, there's a whole. Yeah. Okay.
Just as,
All right.
just as well I went, that was my wife. She couldn't get in because I left the key in the door on the other side. Okay.
Okay.
So, oh, it's the end of the period. Yeah, so what did we say?
Well, we're saying that Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka says that the Yeshiva Katan are Ne'emenes, their word, wherever it is they're saying it, is accepted. And we're trying to figure out what is their word accepted for what what are they saying really? What are they saying? Are they saying what are they testifying about?
Mm-hmm.
What are they saying? Are they saying that it belongs to the person that was running after them? Why is that what they're saying? Is that a proof that it belongs to him? It doesn't sound like a proof that it belongs to him. If maybe, but that seems to be what Rashi is saying. Raglaim l'davar de shalohim. Raglaim l'davar, says Rashi, it's a strong indication that it belongs to him because he's the one who's running after them. That's the way Rashi understands the Gemora.
All the woman said is that they came out from here. Isn't it?
Right. Correct.
So
right.
that,
In other words, the woman is saying, I know that it belongs to that man. Right.
no.
All they're saying that it's hardly even it's very they're just testifying to the fact that the bees came out from this place.
That's all. Nothing to do with the.
It's really a question mark in the Gemara. What exactly is the what does Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka mean to say that they're neman about? What do they believe about? Well, who cares what does it prove that they're saying that they came out from this place? What does that prove?
It doesn't prove anything. But if someone's running after them, perhaps it does, because obviously he's lost them, or something like that.
Well, that seems to be what Rashi is saying. That seems to be what Rashi is saying, that they prove that he's the owner.
And if he says, "Oh,
in other words, they do have an owner, maybe the question that Rashi had was, how do we know that these bees have an owner? Maybe they're just wild bees that are not owned by anybody. And this person who now is in possession of them, he doesn't have to give them back to anybody because nobody owns them. He took wild bees. So good. So now he's got the wild bees. He doesn't have to give them back to anybody. Somebody says they belong to him. He's got no proof.
Well, if he's
So Rashi is saying that in this case, when we have this testimony from the Isha of a Katan, that they say that we saw the bees come out from this place. Well, that's the other problem. What are they? All they're saying is that it came out from this place. The Gemora says that there was somebody that was running after them. Is that what they're saying? That doesn't sound like what they're saying. They're just saying we saw the bees come out from this place. They didn't say that this guy was running after them. So that's also a problem in this Gemora.
Well, I don't know about that. What if he's dressed like a beekeeper? Well,
that's not what the Gemara is talking about.
Then, but that would be proof, or some proof that he's got a connection with the bees.
Okay, but that's not what the Gemara is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What we have to go on is that he was running after them.
Okay.
But I don't know who's testifying to that. It's very
Well, we'll have to go on. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I won't be.
Very well.
I won't be with you tomorrow. My wife is having an operation on her eye. And,
Oh.
All morning, if not all day, in the hospital.
Oh boy. Okay.
So we need
Should go well, Bezrat Hashem.
Amen.
Without any complications.
Amen.
Lots. Bezrat Hashem. And without any pain.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Bezrat Hashem. Okay.
With Hashem,
All right.
Hashem's help.
It's Hashem. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll see you.
Tzlacha.
We do probably
Yeah.
see you on Wednesday, on Tuesday, I mean.
Okay. Very good.
See you, Lou. Thank you. See you, Alan. Bye.
Before Salema, Roy, have a good day.
Thank you.